And welcome back to the Starting Five. I'm Tim Kelby, a sports reporter for the Herald-Mail. And with me is the newest head boys basketball coach in Washington County. And he couldn't be any more than a happy camper than what he is. Ryan Grabill, the new head boys coach at Williamsport High School. And this is a job, Ryan, that it's got to be one that you've been looking forward to all of your old life.
Absolutely. You know, every coach has that one place they want to go back to, and you hear all the time coaches leaving for their home school, and I couldn't be happier. I'm a Wildcat, and I'm glad to be home.
Now, how it comes about is the fact that you are a graduate of Williamsport, played basketball at Williamsport, and then after a 5-year stint as a JV coach at Williamsport, went to Clear Spring.
Yes, sir.
And spent the time 3 years there. How was that, and how did that get you ready all the way back to your playing days?
Well, I was a 3-year starter at Williamsport High School. Was fortunate enough to play down at the University of Maryland and gained some great experience there. Went to college and played at Frostburg, and came back and coached JV for 5 years at Williamsport. Really learned the craft, but I decided at that time I wanted to be a head coach. Mm-hmm. So I was blessed to go to Clear Spring and coach for 3 years. Worked real hard, tried to get better every day, just like I preached to my players. And the opportunity came, and this was one I could not pass up.
You were able to learn from one of the best in Washington County, Kevin Murphy Sr.
Absolutely. The Williamsport basketball tradition started with him. I remember being in middle school and getting out of school and heading down to the University of Maryland because in the early 1990s, the road to Coalfield House went through Williamsport. And, you know, Coach Murphy was a great influence. His son, Kevin Murphy, Chris Millott, a lot of Williamsport people that I really learned a lot from. And then, of course, Darren Crawford, my head coach.
And you had Darren Crawford, who you played for.
Absolutely. Darren really sparked my interest in the game of basketball. He handed me the ball as a sophomore and really got me going, really got me excited. I paid a lot of attention to what he did. And heading into college, he kind of turned the keys over to me to run the offense as a senior, and he just really sparked my interest to be a coach, and I owe a lot of that to him.
Being a Williamsport alum, for the 3 years that you were coaching Clear Spring, what was that like when you had to play the Wildcats?
I got to see both sides of the rivalry because my last year as a JV coach was the big Williamsport Clear Spring games in the playoffs, and of course coached against my friend Mark Shives. And you know, I went over to Clear Spring. I was their coach, and I wanted to beat Williamsport, and we did that twice, I might add. But you know, I'm blessed to coach at both schools, and I love all the kids I've coached so far.
Now you're used to dealing with kids. You're 30. You just turned 30 years old. You also teach in the Washington County system. Where at?
I teach physical education at Bester Elementary.
So, I mean, what do you try to impart on these youngsters, these little ones?
Just teaching them to be active and lead a healthy lifestyle. We just want them to, you know, be involved, be good kids, and go out and play.
Did you ever think that this opportunity would come your way?
You know, in the back of my mind, I was hoping that one day in my coaching career I would get this opportunity. Did I think it would be this early? No, but I couldn't be more excited. I'm thrilled.
Now, in coming back, now obviously you leave a Clear Spring team, but in coming back in the 2013 season, you're not going to necessarily have an empty cupboard. You're going to have what we would say a prime candidate for Player of the Year, Sterling Christie, come up.
Absolutely. I've known Sterling a long time. I coached his brother, and he's a tremendous player. And the thing about Sterling is he wants to be a great player. He's playing on a very good AAU team. He's gotten stronger. He puts time into the game that you want all basketball players to do. So I can't wait to work with him.
As you said before we came on camera, he's also gotten a little bit bigger.
I would say Sterling is a legit 6'5" and probably has the wingspan of 6'7", 6'8". Fully recovered from his knee injury when he was a freshman, and I got to see him today a little bit, and he's dunking with ease, doing everything you could think of. So I'm looking forward to coaching.
And then you
Sterling.
also have coming back Riley Arnone.
Riley Arnone, he's a gamer, very good athlete, plays extremely hard. I've been fortunate enough with having our meeting yesterday, meet the players, got to know some of them. And one thing we do have is a little bit of size.
Now, during the summer league basketball programs that go on, What do you look for from the players that are participating?
Well, the first thing you're looking for is coachable kids, which I know I'm walking into that. They're very coachable kids. You're looking to see their skills. You're not worried about starting lineups or plays or anything. You're looking to see what they can do in kind of an unstructured, motion type thing, and see what you can build on for the fall and the winter, and kind of get a heads up on that and see what you need to work on.
Now, obviously, you can't have a lot of contact with them directly in the summer practices, but when I'm sure that you use a self-evaluation process.
Absolutely, yeah. They'll we'll be lifting a couple times a week, so we're trying to get them stronger. I'll evaluate them in summer league, and Washington County does have an open gym where you can come in, and we can't really work with them in there, but they have the opportunity to work on themselves. And like we've always told them in basketball is a game you can work on and get better.
What's one big goal that Coach Grabill has for the future?
I want to lead the Wildcats back down to Comcast, but personally, you always want to make your coach proud and continue. I want to make Coach Crawford and everybody that's been there proud and carry on the Wildcat tradition, and I'm going to work my tail off to do that.
Right now, how would you rate Washington County boys basketball?
I would say private school has gotten better in the last couple years. With Martin and Obi and guys like that. It kind of comes in spurts. I thought there was a lot of youth in it last year, but we'll see. It goes from year to year. You never know what can happen.
I'm sure that by now that you've already scoped out the schedule for the new season. So do you know when the opener is?
I would say, I believe it's
come on.
December 6th or 7th.
You can't tell me you don't have the exact date.
December 6th or 7th. I have to sit down. Todd and I are going to discuss the schedule next week. I know they have it, but it's that Friday, the 6th or 7th. It's right around there. I'll start planning probably tomorrow.
And the first date that you play Clear Spring?
That is in January, but I do know we play on Clear Spring Senior Night, which will be great.
Night. There you go.
That'll be great.
What would you consider a good year in your first year back at your alma mater? You got to go for the gusto?
Every coach wants to play for a state championship, and that's what we set our goals are. Let's just get better day by day, and things will take care of themselves in the playoffs. We know what Oakdale has. We know the region's tough.
Yeah, it's not like when you played. You weren't any type of two-A school back then.
No, we were 1A basketball, and in the last 2 years, the region's beefing up with the Frederick County and some Carroll County, and Oakdale's tough. Okay. Oakdale's tough.
Good deal. Ryan Grabill, the new head coach at Williamsport High School. We'll see you again on the Starting Five.